Welcome to Physics 106, Physical Science for Educators. The purpose of this screencast is to tell you a little bit about the course and review the expectations outlined in the syllabus. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Jennifer Doctor, and I'm an assistant professor in the physics department, but I also work closely with the School of Education to prepare future educators in science. I'm originally from a small town in North Dakota called Jamestown, but I also lived in Minnesota and Illinois before coming here to Wisconsin 3 years ago. My husband is Dr. Ben Anderson, who teaches in the math department, so you may have seen him around campus. If you are in the afternoon section of the course, the first hour will be taught by Dr. Gubi Sudhakaran, who goes by the name Dr. Suda. I'm sure he will tell you more about himself on the first day of class. He is the current chair of the physics department, and he also has a lot of experience teaching this class and working with local elementary and middle school teachers. There will also be 2 TAs for the class, primarily in the morning section, but they will be looking at your journals for both sections. And they will be introduced on the first day of class. So that's a little bit about us. During the first week of class, you'll complete a survey so you can tell us a little bit more about you and what you hope to get out of this class. Now a little bit more about the class. Physics 106 is an introductory physics class. So the main objective of this class is for you to learn physical science content and how to engage in scientific practices, such as planning and carrying out investigations. What makes this class distinctly different from other science classes is that it's been specially designed for future teachers of elementary and middle school. Many of the activities and demonstrations we'll do can be adapted to be used with young children. In fact, the electricity curriculum that we use is the same thing they do in 4th grade over at Emerson Elementary School. If you take a look at the syllabus, which is posted on D2L and will be handed out on the first day of class, the top part includes contact information and a list of office hours, which will take place in my office, room 2030. I also do office hours by appointment, so if those times don't work with your schedule, send me an email and we'll find another time to meet. When you send an email to me or Dr. Suda, please be sure to include the words Physics 106 in the subject line. I know for me, I'm teaching Physics 104 this semester too, so that will really help me to respond in a timely manner. I've also included a link to my Google Calendar in the syllabus so that you can check my availability that way as well. If you are new to UWL, the university uses a course management system called Desire to Learn, or D2L. And the course materials, including PowerPoint slides and handouts, will be posted there in a section called Content. You can access D2L from the main UWL website on the drop-down menu as shown in this picture. So on the first day of class, you will receive a spiral-bound booklet, which is essentially our workbook for all the class activities. There are supplementary textbooks available to rent in the bookstore. I'm not going to be giving any assignments out of those, but you can use them as an additional resource if you want. You also need a simple calculator. Cell phone calculators will not be permitted during quizzes and exams. So the format of the class is what we call an integrated lab lecture. So we'll be combining hands-on activities with some direct instruction sprinkled in as needed. The main topics of this course include matter, motion, electric circuits, magnets, and waves, which include sound and light. In addition to learning about these science topics, we'll also consider things like common difficulties that young children have when learning science and explore the new science standards which just came out in 2013 called the Next Generation Science Standards. So here's a couple pictures of some of the in-class projects we do, like building roller coasters out of foam pipe insulation during the motion unit. Just look at some of these smiling faces excited about physics. Maybe you recognize some of them. In the sound and music unit, we also have an idle band competition where you'll create a musical performance using homemade instruments and choreography. All kinds of fun themes here. So if you want to see some of the general and specific learning objectives for the course, you can refer to page 2 of the syllabus. I've tried to match them up with some of the next generation science standards for K-12. I do take attendance in this class because as future teachers, I think it's really important for you to illustrate the dispositions of the teaching profession, which includes valuing the learning experience. And not just that, but your group members are relying on you to be at class. If you know that you're going to have to miss a class, please send me an email in advance. It may be possible to attend the other section or to arrange a separate time to make up some of those activities. I do allow you to use electronic devices during class activities such as cell phones, laptops, and tablets. However, I do ask you to please be respectful in your use of electronic devices. If someone's talking, either one of the instructors, the TAs, or if your group members are talking to you, please refrain from texting or using your phone. We usually take a 10-minute break halfway through class, so you can also conduct your e-business at that time. So here's the part you really want to pay attention to, the assignments and the grading scale for the class. Note that most of your grade is going to be based on exams and quizzes. There are 3 exams, which each contain 50 multiple choice questions, and so they're 2 points apiece, which makes it a 100-point exam. And there are 5 quizzes, which will be a combination of short answer questions and multiple choice questions. Practice quizzes and exams are going to be provided in your workbook, and more information about the journaling and homework will be provided in class and on D2L. I use a points grading scale where the total number of points in the class is 600. And the grading scale, as you see here, like 94 to 100, this is the standard grading scale that's used by the physics department for most of our classes. So in the electric circuits unit, we're going to do a big group project where you design and build a model house, which is wired with batteries, light bulbs, and motors. You can see on here that there are going to be a few assignments related to that, not just the house, but also a PowerPoint presentation and a written report. These are some pictures of the themes that we've had in past years, some of the award-winning houses. And these are some of the award winners from last semester. Some additional themes that have been kind of fun. So we also have a great partnership with the Children's Museum for its service learning project during their STEM Saturdays events. You and a partner will select a demonstration or activity from class and display it for children at the museum. I'll be posting a sign-up sheet in the classroom on the 2nd or 3rd week of the semester. This time, all of our dates happen to be in November, so Saturdays, November 1st, 8th, 15th, and 22nd. So check your work schedules now. Let me know if you have a particular date that you're only able to do it. It's only an hour-long show, but we do ask that you show up a little bit in advance to set up some of your equipment. So here's some of the popular choices for demonstrations at the Children's Museum. One is the hovercraft. You can also see the air bazooka gun, which shoots a ping pong ball through some soda cans. A lot of people like to do sinking and floating, which is good for the young kids there, or states of matter like solids, liquids, and gases. Electricity, we have quite a few different options. We have this thing called the fun fly stick, which is shown in this picture up here. And then we also have the Van de Graaff generator, which when you touch it, it makes your hair stand up. So that's what's shown in these pictures down here. And in the past, some people have also done things with simple electric circuits, and it looks like here they're comparing what kind of items are conductors and insulators, which ones will make the light bulb glow up and which ones won't. When we do magnets, there are a lot of different hands-on things here too. Just some bar magnets, again, like things that are magnetic or non-magnetic, these little eddy current tubes, and some different electric field viewers and things like that. We also have this long tube, which is similar to the smaller eddy tubes. Learning about magnets and magnetic fields. We also do waves related to sound and music. So you can see here there's some different samples of musical instruments or ways to produce sound. There's also using some slinkies to simulate different kinds of waves, longitudinal and transverse waves. And there's building string telephones, which is also popular. So the last part of the syllabus is just a reminder to abide by the rules for academic conduct that are set out by the university. And in addition, please contact the instructors if you have any allergies or special needs, especially if you have an allergy to latex balloons, because you do use some balloons in this class, and we'll try and make some accommodations for that. So all the units are laid out on the calendar in the syllabus along with homework, quiz, and exam dates. I will use these same labels when I post PowerPoint slides to D2L. So for example, you can see on Wednesday, we're going to be starting Matter Day 1. So when you go to the content area of D2L and look up PowerPoint slides, you will want to look for the one that's labeled Matter Day 1 to see those slides. You can see that we are going to have some in-class time to work on the house wiring projects towards the end of October and beginning of November, and those Children's Museum dates will be all on those weekends in November. So Dr. Suda and I are currently in the process of trying to schedule a final exam time for both sections together, a combined final exam. So we will let you know as soon as we are able to determine a date and time for that final exam. So again, welcome to Physics 106, Physical Science for Educators. I'm excited to meet you and get to know more about you. Check the D2L News section for additional announcements, and remember to respond to the introductory course survey by 5 p.m. on Friday. One of the items on the survey will ask you what questions you have about the syllabus and the course expectations so we can clear those up. And again, please do notify us if you have any allergies. We'll see you soon.